This is Mike Miles along with Russ Marcinek calling the action in tonight's women's Great Lakes Valley Conference basketball game between Northern Kentucky University and IPFW. And Russ, we've got a matchup tonight. IPFW 8-0, Northern Kentucky 3-4. What can we look forward to seeing tonight?
Well, it's going to be a real exciting matchup here for a few reasons, because IPFW is coming off a big win last night, which they beat Bellarmine College in the opener of the GLVC. And that's a very good win for IPFW from the standpoint that they really didn't play that well, Mike. They shot 38% from the field and just, had to come from behind in the last 10 minutes of the game. They were down by as many as 9 points. And, it'll be interesting to see how they respond to that. They should have a lot of confidence going in, knowing that they didn't play very well. And, GLVC is a tough conference, so the North's 3-4 record could be deceiving.
The starting lineups are being introduced now to this crowd here at the Gate Sports Center for the visitors from Northern Kentucky. Let's see if we can catch by chance our PA announcer, Andy Alexander.
Allison McCarthy, a 5'11" center, number 25, Stephanie Jordan from Columbus, Ohio. Coach of the Norse is Nancy Winstall. Her assistants are Jim Weldy and Amy Moreland. And now, your undefeated IPFW Mastodons. Number 14, a 5'8" guard, junior from Auburn, Indiana, Wendy Recker. A 5'9" guard, senior from Decatur, Indiana, number 32, Lindy Jones. A 5'10" forward, sophomore from Columbia City, Indiana, number 43, Leah Sheets. At 6'1", senior from Harlan, Indiana, number 44, Jenny Newhart. At 6'1", junior from Auburn, Indiana, number 50, Tara Mazzillo. The head coach of the Mastodons is Pam Bowden. Assistant coaches are Tom Sutherland and Chris Schindler.
Well, we've had the starting lineups announced. Again, for Northern Kentucky, we've got Regina Webb, a 5'8" junior from Akron, Ohio. Dana Morningstar, a 5'10" freshman from Cincinnati. Allison McCarthy, 5'10" sophomore from California, Kentucky. Stephanie Jordan, a 5'11" sophomore from Columbus, Ohio. And Katie Kelsey, a 5'6" freshman from Cincinnati. And for Coach Pam Bowden's IPFW Mastodons, Wendy Recker, 5'8" junior from Auburn. Lindy Jones, the leading scorer on the team, a 5'9" senior from Decatur. Leah Sheets, a 5'10" sophomore from Columbia City. Jenny Newhart, a 6'1" senior from Harlan. Tara Mazzello, a 6'1" junior from Auburn. And we're underway. Northern Kentucky has the ball under the hoop. They're caught for traveling right off the bat. First turnover of the contest gives the ball over to IPFW.
It'll be interesting to see how the Dons start tonight, Mike. They, like I said, they really didn't play that well for most of the game last night. There's a good start.
Basket by Sheets.
Leah Sheets out of Columbia City.
Cords for two, and it's 2-0. IPFW
nice
steal. Taking the ball all the way to the hole. Up, no good. Shot was by Mazzello. Rebound, Northern Kentucky.
It's good to see, though, the Dons coming out playing aggressive. Got the nice steal off the press. Although that layup didn't go down, it's setting the tone right now that we're going to play hard. No, it's Gardner. Let her shoot that one.
Missed shot by Northern Kentucky, but they got their rebound. Missed again by McCarthy. Rebound IPFW. Recker, baseline drive, shot up.
Oh, got her for the charge
call,
on that one.
On Jenny Newhart.
Jenny sporting the glasses this year for the first time. This is her senior year. Went to Woodland High School, a former Warrior.
We've got a 20-second timeout called by Northern Kentucky.
Early timeout.
Just 56 seconds into the contest.
Well, Mike, I suspect that she called that timeout, quick 20-second timeout to go over the press breaker. They looked like they had a little trouble with it right off the bat. So maybe that's what she called that timeout for.
I know both of us had a chance to talk to Coach Bowden before the ball game, and she mentioned to me that it's going to be contrasting styles tonight. IPFW likes to run, and she thinks Northern Kentucky's going to try to slow it up.
Yeah, Northern Kentucky's more of an inside-oriented team, where IPFW likes to get the ball out, run with it a little bit, take advantage of the athleticism of players like Lindy Jones and Leah Sheets. And there we see the press again. And again, Northern Kentucky's having some trouble with it.
But they get the ball up over midcourt. Now IPFW retreats to a man-to-man defense.
I suspect
we'll
see a lot of man-to-man played by the Dons tonight. Maybe a few tricks thrown in there, some double team or some run and jump also.
Shot by Kelsey was no good. We got a rebound IPFW. Here they come. Baseline drive by Sheets, cut off. Kicks out to Newhart. Back up top. Long three-point shot off the iron. No good by Mazzello. Put back up and in.
Lindy Jones, it's good to see her get off to a good start. She struggled from the field last night. That's a rarity for her. She's a great player, and it's nice to see her get off to a good start with that nice rebound bucket.
Again, pressure being put on by IPFW. Northern Kentucky trying to get the ball through. Now we got a whistle. Little push foul.
I feel like they got Sheets on that one. Leah Sheets, maybe.
They're going to call that foul on Leah Sheets. That's her first, team second. And the Norse of Northern Kentucky will inbound the ball underneath their own basket.
Under the basket there. It looks good that the IPFW came out to a good start. They look pretty fresh considering they had a tough game last night.
Something we'll talk about a little bit later to see how well they will do tonight following that gut-wrenching last-second victory, 2-point win over Bellarmine last night. Okay. Inside pass, Morningstar in the lane, fires off the rim, no good, gets her own rebound, puts it back up and in.
Boy, those second shots will kill you, Mike. We got to get on the boards and block out.
So the lead is cut to 2, 4-2, favor of the Mastodons. Recker, bodies fly a little bit. Here's Jenny Newhart, dishes off underneath, shot up, no good by Mazzello, rebound. Here's Kelsey. Northern Kentucky, they can tie it with the deuce. Regina Webb, inside pass, back outside Kelsey on the wing.
Good inside D there.
By Recker. Taking it to the basket, shot up and in is Allison McCarthy.
Well, it looked like Newhart just didn't do a very good job there of containing the ball on the inside. She took it right to the basket and had a nice 2 points there.
Now we got a whistle now. We're going to have a reach-in foul called on Northern Kentucky. Foul's going to be on Morningstar, her first, team first.
Got a good look there at number 21 for Northern Kentucky, Miss Katie Kelsey, a 5'6" guard out of Cincinnati. And according to Tom Sutherland, our assistant coach here at IPFW, she came highly regarded. She's a pretty good player, and we'll have to see what she does tonight.
Meanwhile, back at the action, we got another reach-in foul, this time on Stephanie Jordan of Northern Kentucky. That's her first, team second.
One thing about last night's game, Bellarmine was very physical with the Dons, and they gave them a little trouble at times. The refs let the play go a little bit, and it'll be interesting to see how this game pans out.
Got substitution for Northern Kentucky, Shannon Smith, a 6'1" freshman. She replaces Stephanie Jordan. Meanwhile, Sheets wants to inbound the ball.
Good
underneath
pass.
Newhart, ball knocked away out of bounds. It'll remain possession of IPFW. 27 on the shot clock, 16:47 on the first half game clock. We're tied 4 apiece. Sheets looking for somebody, gets it way up top to Recker. Recker wants to drive the lane, stops, fires an 8-footer off the rim, no good. Rebound goes to McCarthy.
Good penetration here, just couldn't get the shot to fall.
Here comes Northern Kentucky. Kelsey, right side pass to Morningstar on the wing. Back up top to McCarthy. Work the ball around the perimeter. Kelsey watched by Recker. Gets it back up top. Webb, the Morningstar baseline drive, fires off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound.
Another offensive rebound.
Shot put back up and in by McCarthy.
That's 4 points in a row there for Northern Kentucky off offensive rebounds. That's something that the Dons really got to stress tonight and try to work on throughout the game.
Northern Kentucky with their first lead of the night. Here comes Newhart. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound
Couldn't get that one to
controlled
fall
by
there.
Morningstar. Northern Kentucky on the run. Whistle. Traveling call.
Got her on the walk there. Going a little too fast for herself, looked like there.
Second turnover on Northern Kentucky. Gives the ball over to IPFW. Here's Lindy Jones, averaging 23.9 points and 6 rebounds a contest.
Well, I tell you what, Mike, she's had a really great career ever since she's been here. She's basically been the go-to person for IPFW. Although she missed that shot there, she's just a quality player.
Here's Northern
She
Kentucky.
walked on that one, looked like.
Traveling.
Third traveling call called on Northern Kentucky. That time it was on Shannon Smith. Substitution.
Yeah, a little more there about Lindy Jones there.
Substitution for the
Freshman year,
North,
she was newcomer of the year, 92, 93, and in the past 2 years, she's been first team all-conference. So, needless to say, she's had a great career here at IPFW, and she's been very consistent for the Dons. So we look for continued success by Lindy Jones.
Meanwhile, here's Jenny Newhart. Trying to get the ball inside to Jones, but we've got a whistle. Looks like an offensive foul going to be called on IPFW.
They got Jones there on the push. She's trying to post up down low. A little wrinkle in the offense. She'll go down there, post up every now and then, use her athleticism, and they got her on the push off there.
Coach Pam Bowden shouting some instructions to her team. They're on the short end of a 6-4 score. Ball knocked away. They're going to call over and back call. Good defense on the part of IPFW.
And it's good strategy there by the Dons. They threw in and looked like they were going to run and jump a little bit or throw in a little trap. And, with the freshman point guard out there for Northern, that's a good wrinkle in the defense there to do that.
Another substitution for Northern Kentucky, number 14, Shauna Daly, a 5'8 senior from, I believe it's pronounced Layton, Kentucky. Meanwhile, Recker, bounce pass on the right wing to Jones, tries to drive baseline, cut off, ball knocked away, picked up by Northern Kentucky and on the run.
Good hustle,
Ball picked
nice
up
hustle.
by IPFW, tit for tat there. Long pass to Jones, lays it up off the glass and in.
Nice hustle there by Tara
by
Mazzello.
Jones.
Lindy will get the point there, and Lee will get the assist, but Tara Mazzello really made that play by hustling back on defense and getting the steal.
We're tied at 6. Here's Northern Kentucky on the attack. Daly up top to Jordan. Cross court. Ball
Good D again there by
knocked away.
Mazzello.
Picked up by Webb. Now up top to Morningstar. Dana Morningstar. Inside pass. Ball thrown away. Turnover again, unofficially, Russ. I have Northern Kentucky for 6 turnovers.
Yeah, that's quite a bit right here in the first 6 minutes. Turnover per minute, little over a turnover per minute. We still got 14:25 to go in the first period here, and looks like the Dons defense has flustered Northern a little bit. They're a little out of control, just don't seem to be in sync thus far.
Here is IPFW. Jones, top of the key, wants to drive, dishes off underneath, ball knocked away, picked up by Recker. Ball movement by IPFW, maybe one too many passes, results in a turnover.
That wasn't really a good pass there by Sheets. A few uncharacteristic, but looks like both teams are kind of playing a little uncharacteristic, careless with the ball thus far.
Meanwhile,
there's
ball
another
knocked away, another
Seventh
turnover. Here comes IPFW,
Nice
long pass. Recker lays it up off the glass, no good. But she is fouled and should go to the line, shooting 2.
Well, as we see, the Dons will like to use their defense to create offense tonight. They're getting a lot of steals. They're looking to fast break off those steals. And, thus far it's been successful. But, we'll have to see how that pans out. I suspect Northern to handle the ball a little better as the game goes on.
That foul was charged to Shauna Daly, her first, team third at the line, shooting 2. Wendy Recker. And one thing we haven't mentioned to the viewers tonight, Russ, IPFW leading the nation in NCAA Division II free throw percentage.
They did a great job last night, hit 23 out of 27 against Bellarmine, and that was really the deciding factor of the game, considering they didn't shoot the ball well from the field.
Recker makes 1 out of 2 there. Here's Northern Kentucky with a chance to retake the lead. Daly gets the ball up top. Inside pass for Jordan. We got a whistle. Jump ball called.
Jump balls.
On the alternate possession, it's going to go to IPFW.
Jenny Newhart made a nice defensive recovery there on the block shot. She got in a bad position there where they ran a little high-low for their post person down low, and she made a nice block to recover there.
Here comes Wendy Recker, bringing the ball up midcourt. Dishes off to Sheets. Sheets wants to drive on Kelsey, cut off by Kelsey. Still with the dribble. Cross-court pass. Recker on the wing to Jones. 18-footer is good.
That's a nice three-pointer there.
Lindy Jones now has a half a dozen, and it's a make it 7. They're going to call that a three-pointer.
Yeah, three-pointer there.
And it's a 10-6 IPFW lead.
Well, one thing we know about Lindy Jones, she's not shy. You know, she's not afraid to put it up. She missed a few shots. It won't detract from her shooting. She keep putting it up.
Another substitution as Dana Morningstar returns to the Northern Kentucky lineup, replacing Daly.
You know, Jones is a mentally tough player. She doesn't let missed shots get to her, and that's a sign of a good player.
Kelsey trying to find somebody. Finally gets it to Jordan. Dishes back to Kelsey. Cross-court Morningstar just outside the foul line. No good. Rebound. Shot up. No good by McCarthy, but she's going to go to the line shooting 2.
Well, the ball just fell right in her hands there. This go as an offensive rebound. Missed shot was an air ball, just went right in her hands. And Mazzello was in a tough situation there. She just had to foul her, prevent the layup.
That IPFW foul was on Tara Mazzello, her first, team 4th. Substitutions. Number 15, Renee Ressler, a 5'10 junior. And number 23, Jessica Henry, a 5'7 freshman. They come into the IPFW lineup. Meanwhile, Allison McCarthy shooting 2 for Northern Kentucky. First free throw off the rim, no good.
Renee Ressler from Danville Area Community College, a junior college transfer. Interestingly enough, we have 3 players in the IPFW's men's and women's program totally coming from Danville. We got 1 from the men's team, Derek Miller, and 2 from the women's team. We have Renee and Sarah Smith also played for Danville Community College.
Here's Jones, inside pass, knocked away, headed for Recker, but we got a whistle, ball knocked out of bounds. Say last touch by Northern Kentucky, it'll be IPFW ball.
Number 30, Kelly Penhorwood.
Kelly Penhorwood, number 30, a 5'8 sophomore from Salina, Ohio, comes into the Northern Kentucky lineup. Leah Sheets will inbound it. Kicks it way back up top for Newhart. Jenny Newhart, bounce pass inside. Recker back out to Sheets. Ball
Couldn't
knocked
handle
away.
that pass inside there.
Third turnover on IPFW. And here's Penhorwood on the right wing. Kicks it up top to McCarthy. Cross court to Kelsey. Three-pointer off the rim, no good. Pushing foul going to be called on McCarthy.
McCarthy's been a terror on the boards thus far for Northern Kentucky. They finally got her on the push there, but she's been done a really good job so far in the offensive boards.
Number 24, Allison
4 team fouls
McCarthy,
now on Northern
her
Kentucky. Again, substitution. Shannon Smith back in the lineup, so Coach Nancy Winstow is shuffling players in and out.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's afraid to shuffle the lineup a little bit.
Here is Henry with the basketball, drives the lane.
Nice penetration.
Fires. No good. Rebound, Jordan, outlet. Here's Morningstar, watched by Jones. Ball knocked out of bounds by Jones. It'll be Northern Kentucky basketball.
Substitution for the Mastodons, number 22.
Barb Derry coming into the IPFW lineup now. A 5'8 junior from Warsaw.
The IPFW will probably use their bench a little more tonight, considering they had such a tough game last night.
Here's Morningstar on the wing. Kicks it back up top to Kelsey. Kelsey, whistle, a little reach-in foul on Lindy Jones.
That's probably not a smart foul there by Lindy Jones. Pam Bowden's definitely not happy with the call there, but a little reach in there. She gets her second foul with still 11 minutes to go in the first half, and we don't want her to get in foul trouble, and that's just not a smart foul by Jones on that one.
Now here's Northern Kentucky, Kelsey underneath. No, Morningstar drives the baseline.
Nice drive.
Puts it up and in. 4 points for her, and it's a 10-8 contest. IPFW with the lead in the basketball. Inside pass, Newhart. Ball knocked away. Now going to have a reach-in foul. A lot of fouls being called right now, Russ.
Yes, it is. It's pretty characteristic of the first 10 minutes of this game. We've had a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls.
Number 25.
IPFW might be being a little sluggish from last night, or in Northern Kentucky had a long trip, but I don't know how much that affects the team or not. Sometimes that's overplayed. Who knows what the answer is.
The foul was called on Stephanie Jordan, her second, team 5th. Don's trying to inbound it, and they took too long. 5-second call.
Another turnover. Mike, how many turnovers does IPFW have right now? Do we know how many turnovers we have, IPFW?
Unofficially, I've got them for 4. Northern Kentucky for 7. But right now, IPFW has the best margin, a 2-point lead.
Nice steal by Jenny.
Steal by Newhart. Here comes IPFW. Jenny Newhart, top of the key, looking for Sheets, doesn't see her. Now ball knocked away.
Turnover.
Picked up by Northern Kentucky. We got another foul, this time going to be called, I believe, on Henry.
Got a battle of 2 freshman point guards going at it right there. Got young lady Katie Kelsey out of Cincinnati. And we got our own Jessica Henry there from Ohio, number 23.
We got a 20-second timeout called by IPFW.
The IPFW men's and women's
The College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our programming, including IPFW sports telecasts. To receive your free Channel 6 program guide, send your name, address, and zip code to Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805, or call us at 481-6000. Well, Russ, 11:18 left until halftime. It's a 2-point lead for the Lady Dons.
Well, so far, Mike, the tempo is definitely have to be in Northern Kentucky's favor. They want to slow it down, punt it inside, where we like the game, and they'd probably like to keep the games in the 50s, 60s, where we try to like to get the game in the 70s or 80s.
Meanwhile, we had a missed shot by IPFW. Smith brought down the rebound for Northern Kentucky. They brought the ball up the floor and committed another turnover. It's Recker back in the lineup, replacing Henry. So lots of turnovers. Both teams. We're near the 11-minute mark. Here's Northern Kentucky, ball knocked away. Picked up by the Dons.
There's a cross-court pass there.
Inside pass for Newhart. Before she can get the ball, she is fouled by Allison McCarthy. That's her second, team 6th, and the fouls are racking up in total too, as well as the turnovers.
We still have 10 minutes to go in the first half. We're not even done. We're not really even halfway. About 11 minutes.
For Norris, number 33.
Substitution for Northern Kentucky, number 33, Kiss Camrath, 6'1" freshman from Delphus, Ohio. Meanwhile, inbounds pass to Newhart. Ball knocked away. Another turnover
just not
for the
sync
Dons.
Offensively, Mike. We just don't look either team really, but it, hopefully we'll see a little better offensive play the rest of the way. It's not so much what the defense is doing either, just sloppiness on both sides of the ball.
There's Kelsey on the wing, watched by Recker. Looking for a pass for Smith. Ball thrown away.
Another turnover.
Turnover, Northern Kentucky. Substitutions for IPFW.
Substitutions for the Mastodons.
We've got Krista Hennings, number 33, 5'6" freshman. And I believe it was, does Mazzello come back in the lineup?
Yes, she did. Mazzello back in the lineup.
So we got Mazzello, Hennings, Recker, Sheets, and Derry for IPFW.
Looked like got a reach-in foul there, number 20.
And that's on Dana Morningstar. So some of their big guns, Morningstar, McCarthy, and Jordan, each with 2 personal fouls here. That comes with 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half.
That's right, and both teams now are going to be in the bonus the rest of the first half.
Leah Sheets at the line shooting a pair. Make it 1 and 1, and she misses that first one. Don's 1 for 3 at the stripe, uncharacteristic.
Yes, it is, considering how well they shot last night and that they're leading the nation in free throw percentage. Playing way off her, they're going to give her that outside shot.
This Morningstar whistle. We got a push off, I believe, on Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, it looked like they got her on a legal pick or a push off in there.
Foul
like
on Shauna Daly, her second. Substitution.
We're going to call that foul on Shauna Daly, her second. Team 8. And we've got Regina Webb coming back into the lineup for the Norse. And at the line shooting 1 and 1 is Krista Hennings.
90% from the line, Mike. so
9 of
far
10.
this year. 9 for 10.
Right now they'll settle for 2 of 2.
Oh,
Free throw short. Rebound from Horwood. Outlets it to Kelsey. Kelsey pulls up right near the three-point line. Fires off the rim, no good. Recker with the rebound. 3 on 2. Recker takes it almost all the way. Now dishes out to Sheets.
oh, it's travel.
Sheets forces a shot up. They're going to call a traveling call.
Traveling violation, no basket.
Just looks like a matter of neither offense is really feeling comfortable right now. It just can't find a good nick there to start off in. You know, we had a lot of turnovers, a lot of poor passes, poor decisions, and it's just been a defensive battle so far.
Unofficially, I've got IPFW for 7 turnovers so far. Right now, Northern Kentucky, here's Horwood on the wing. Kicks it back up top to Kelsey. Kelsey inside pass for
Good
Webb, knocked
defense.
away. Here come the Dons. Sheets, stops, pops, off the rim, no good. Got a whistle. I think it's going to be a reach-in foul, reach over the back.
Did they give that one to Krista Hennings, I believe?
You're correct. Foul on
Foul
Hennings.
on Krista Hennings,
Her first, team 7th, so that'll send Northern Kentucky to the stripe, shooting 1 in the bonus. Henry back in the lineup.
It's been a while since either team scored, Mike. It's been over 3 minutes, I think.
Number 14,
Shooting 1 in the bonus will be Shauna Daly, 5'8" senior. Free throw bounds around the rim and drops down.
Gets that one to fall. 10-9 is our score. IPFW in the lead.
First point of the night for Daly. She makes the second. We've got a brand new ball game, and we do. 10 apiece with 9:19 left in the half. Here comes Wendy Recker. Around the horn pass. Henry has it. Northern Kentucky man-to-man defense. Henry cut off, gets it back up top to Recker. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Sheets. Back to Recker. 8, 7, 6. Pass
turnover.
inside for Hennings. Knocked away.
Shot clock was
Northern
running out.
Kentucky
She's
ball
trying to make
knocked out of
something
bounds by Hennings. She made up with a good defensive play there, but again, too many turnovers for the Dons right now.
Yeah, it's really hurting them. They just look out of sync a little bit on the offensive end, and usually, according to IPFW's coach, it's the other way around. We usually have a really good offense, and just try to contain defensively.
Turnaround shot up and good by Shannon Smith. Northern Kentucky leads now 12-10. Inside, shot up and in by Hennings.
Basket by
Hennings pulled that one up there and got it to fall off the glass.
So this game goes back and forth, tied at a dozen. 8:20 to go in a half. Northern Kentucky on the attack.
Well, this is actually, Mike, this is pretty characteristic of an early conference game. You know, this is a very competitive conference, and we see another basket there.
Regina Webb, her first points of the night.
As I was saying about the Great Lakes Valley Conference, in both men's and women's, and it's an extremely competitive conference, and on any given night, anything can happen.
Sheets tried driving a baseline. Shot was up, no good. Rebound by Daly. She brings the ball up over midcourt. Bounce pass to Smith. Smith back to Daly on the wing. Looking for Webb down low. Can't find her. Gets back up top to Kelsey. Back to Daly. Now long cross-court pass to Smith. Smith.
Missed the
Cut
back
off
door
by
there.
Marcello. Inside pass to Webb.
Going to travel.
Traveling call. I don't know how many traveling calls they've had tonight.
Well, there's been a bunch.
Substitution for
It's
the
a bunch.
Dons. Number 22.
Barb Derry checks back
Derry.
into the IPFW lineup, replacing Leah Sheets.
Let's hope the Dons get something going here. We're down 2, 7:20 to go in the first half, and hopefully we'll get some more continuity on the offensive end.
Inside pass for Hennings, drives on Webb, knocks it away.
Nice
Clean
block.
block, the official says.
Hennings wanted the foul, but it didn't look like there was that much body.
Meanwhile, they're coming the other way. Shot was no good by Horwood. Rebound fought for. Controlled by Derry, and she is fouled, I believe, by Webb. Let's make sure for the call.
That's really not a smart foul there by Webb.
Foul on number
94 feet away from the basket. Barb Derry clearly have possession of the ball for IPFW. Then you're going to go with a silly reach-in foul so far away from the basket that it's,
number 22.
then you give Barb Derry a shot at, hitting two at the line. That's just not a smart basketball there by the Norse.
Well, Derry's going to try her luck at the stripe tonight. First free throw's up and good. She'll get the bonus. That's only the second successful free throw of the night for IPFW. Second one's good as well. 2 points for Derry, and we're tied. 14-14, 7 minutes to go in the half. And Harwood with the basketball, watched by Recker, kicks it out to Smith. Whistle and a pushing foul going to be called, I believe, on Webb.
That's on Webb. They're really looking to go to that high-low set there. To get the ball to the high post and try to lob it over there, and she got her on the push. Trying to seal off Newhart, or Mazzillo.
That foul is the second on Webb, 10th on the team, so I believe Mazzillo is going to be shooting 2. And the team will the rest of the way in this half. Tara Mazzillo, 6'1" junior from Auburn, Indiana.
Interesting approach to shoot the free throw. Doesn't dribble, just gets it in, puts it up, doesn't waste any time.
Second free throw is good as well.
Looks to be successful. Made 2 in a row.
So IPFW back on top, 16-14.
In fact, we had a little run and
pushing
jump there.
Foul. Mazzello getting her hand caught on the hip. Tara's second.
Yeah, every coach will tell you there, you got to protect that baseline, and good rule of thumb is to get your foot out of bounds so they can't go baseline, and she just came up a little short and got the foul for it.
Going to the stripe, shooting 1 in a bonus will be Kelly Penhorwood. Kelly, as we said, a 5'8" sophomore from Salina. Free throw off the mark, rebounded by Henry. Moves Jessica up the floor. Picked up by Penhorwood as Northern Kentucky plays a man-to-man defense.
Jessica Henry is going to be a good point guard for us in the future and this year as well. She does a nice job.
Left-hand shot by Newhart, no good. Put back up and no good by Mazzello. Rebound, Kelsey. Here comes Northern Kentucky.
Well, it's been a dogfight, Mike, so far, I tell you. It's been a defensive battle, a physical game so far, and as we said earlier, the tempo is definitely in favor of Northern Kentucky. This is the kind of game they want to play.
And how?
IPFW's favored. Nice save there by Newhart. IPFW's got to be the favorite. They're ranked 21 in the nation, and so Northern Kentucky's right where they want to be right now in the game, in the first half. No blowouts here.
Record to Newhart, inside pass, shot up and in, but they're going to call a whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be on the ground there.
Shot. No basket.
It was a nice move by Mazzello.
The IPFW bench wanted the NBA-style continuation call there, but the ref did not oblige
Foul on
them.
number 15, Regina Webb, her third.
Third personal foul now on Webb. She's going to take a seat on the bench. Got McCarthy back in the lineup. She's got 2 fouls. We've got Julie Stanley, a 5'11" freshman from Dillsboro, Kentucky. She's in the lineup as well. Meanwhile, Mazzello missing a free throw.
See what the Northern Kentucky can do on offense here. They've struggled on offense as well. It'll be interesting what they could get going.
Stanley inside pass for McCarthy. Back up top the foul line, Shannon Smith. She fires no good. McCarthy, offensive rebound. Takes it to the glass, and she's hammered on the wrist.
I tell you what, that McCarthy, number 24, she really is a workhorse underneath on the board. She's been killing the Dons on the offensive glass so far. She's been doing a good job keeping them in the game on the board.
That foul on IPFW was caught on Bob Derry, her first.
For the Dons, number 35, Sue Gamble.
And Allison McCarthy, 5'10" sophomore from California, Kentucky.
And Sue Gamble checked in the game there for us, IPFW.
Number 24, Allison McCarthy, shooting 2.
Number 35, she's out of Kendallville, Indiana.
First free throw, no good by McCarthy. She has 4 points on the night, averaging 10.2 points per contest. Second free throw off the rim, no good. Jenny Newhart with the rebound. Outlets to Derry. Here come the Dons. Derry, the Recker. Looks for some movement. Kicks it out to Newhart, way up top.
Looking to hit Mazzillo in the post there. Nice
side pass.
entry.
Mazzillo up for the shot. She's hammered.
Sue Gamble, actually a little used player off the bench. She's only averaging 2.3 minutes per contest. But she came in, kept her composure, got a nice little pass in there to Mazzillo, and now she's going to shoot 2 shots.
The personal foul is on Allison McCarthy, her third.
I tell you what, it's going to be imperative for the Dons tonight to use their bench well. You know, there's definitely going to have to be some effects after playing a back-to-back game, and you know, it'll just be important for them to use their bench well, and for the bench to come through and give them some good minutes. So far they have. Krista Hennings didn't do a bad job when she was in there, and Sue Gamble looks to have her head in the game as well.
First free throw by Mazzillo was no good. Second free throw is 3 points on the night for her, and it's a 17-14 IPFW lead. Inside pass, Smith takes it up off the glass and in.
Boy, right there,
Smith.
our post players have to get a hand in the passing lane there, and that pass would have never been completed. That's got to be a push-off on 35 there.
Fouls on, I believe, Shannon Smith. Her first.
Foul on number 35, Shannon Smith.
Well, Jenny Newhart, I think, is going to go to the line, and this could be a historic night for her tonight, as she needs 9 points to become the 7th player in IPFW history to score 1,000 points in a career. But she misses that free throw, and she's going to have to wait a while.
Yes, she will. Jenny's had a great career here as well. She's a senior. Got to get back on D. Got to be aggressive.
Putback shot by Chris Camrath gives Northern Kentucky the lead back at 18-17. Recker inside, Newhart, triple team, kicks it out to Mazzillo, shot from 12, no good.
That's a push-off.
Pushing foul. Just a little bit physical underneath, Russ.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be in conference play. It's only our second conference game, and I'm not sure if this is I think this is Northern's first conference game. So, it's GLVC action at its finest. This is what it is. It's a meat and potatoes type of league. It's, no pretty teams involved here. They're going to go hard the boards, play tough defense, and this is going to be how it is all year.
Barb Derry at the line.
Barb Derry back at the line, shooting 1 and 1, and she's perfect. 3 for 3 on the night from the stripe.
There's another person off the bench giving us quality minutes. Barb Derry doing a nice job. 3 for 3 from the line. Make that 4 for 4.
More importantly, it gives IPFW the lead back at 19-18, 4:20 to go here in the first half at the Gates Sports Center on the campus of Indiana Purdue Fort Wayne. Daly with the basketball up top to Katie Kelsey. Cross court. Smith inside
There's
pass.
that high-low.
Shot up and in.
I tell you what, that high-low is working like a gem for him right now on the inside. We have no help side on the back, and they're doing a nice job with the lob passes. They've got a few buckets on that, and they're also getting inside position on the rebounds that way.
Meanwhile, back on the floor, bodies collide in the persons of Shauna Daly and Barb Derry. And they're going to call a foul on
number 14.
Daly. That's her third. And Barb Derry limps to the line where she will shoot a free throw.
There you get a good look of Coach Tom Sutherland and head coach Pam Bowden talking to Wendy Recker, junior point guard from Auburn, Indiana.
Substitution for Northern Kentucky, Shannon Roddy, 5'9" freshman from Greenville, Indiana. Wears number 32. Meanwhile, at the strike, Miss Derry, again being perfect at the line, drops that one in. That's the 5th in a row without a miss. Number 6.
6 in a row.
Gives IPFW the lead, 21-20.
Well, coming into the game, she was 20 for 22 from the line for 90%. So make that 26 for 28 on the year. That's a great free throw percentage by Barb Derry for the year.
I'd like to have her at the strike. Kelsey shot from 15, no good. Rebound by Sue Gamble. Gamble looks for help, gets it to Newhart, top of the inside
nice pass. Renee Ressler, there you go.
Good by Ressler.
Busted by
Nice feed, nice teamwork.
Well, I tell you what, our bench has done a great job, in my opinion, of coming off and doing a fine job. this half. You know, like we said, Lindy Jones had picked up a quick second foul there with still 12 minutes to go in the half, and the bench has really taken over. They've done a great job.
Shot missed by Northern Kentucky. Here's Gamble off the glass, no good. Rebound, Roddy. Outlets it. Kelsey. Stanley fires, no good. Rebound, Gamble. Neither team shooting well right now. Bob Derry fires, no good, partially blocked. Ball goes out of bounds. They say last touch by Northern Kentucky. It'll be IPFW basketball.
It's a little ragged sequence of events there. You're going back and forth, nothing really happening there. So finally, hopefully, we'll settle it down here and get a nice play off this out of bounds.
Barb Derry looking for help. They got called once on a 5-second call. Wrestler to Wendy Recker. Cross court to Gamble, top of the key. Sue Gamble looks for Derry on the wing. Derry wants to drive, whistle. Blocking foul. I believe they're going to call that
They get Newhart for that one.
Roddy. Or they're going to call it an IPFW.
I don't know. It didn't look. I don't know if she leaned her body in there or what.
We're going to call Jenny Newhart with the foul.
Her second.
That's her second as well. It didn't look that bad of a pick to me. I don't know if she stuck her hip out or what. I just got one look at it there, but that's a tough call.
32.
Saw a picture of head coach Nancy Winstell of Northern Kentucky. She's in her 13th year and has a record of 250 victories and only 90 defeats.
I tell you, that's a great record, and she's got to be happy with the way things are going so far in the first half.
Free throw by Roddy, no good. Rebound, IPFW. Here's Wendy Recker. Coming up on just under 2.5 minutes until the end of the first half. Dons with a 3-point lead. Baseline jumper, in and out and in again by Derry.
Basket by
First field goal, 8 points total.
Barb Derry proving to be the super sub off the bench in this contest. 8 points, quality minutes.
Biggest lead the Dons have had in a while, 25-20. Here's Katie Kelsey on the wing, watched by Derry. Gets it to Smith at the foul line.
That high-low again.
Pass, shot up off the glass and in by Chris Camrath.
That high-low can be a very effective play if you got two talented big people that could know each other well and has a nice can pass well from the top of the lane there.
Shot from 16 feet by
Gamble.
Sue Gamble.
Basket by
Nothing but net.
Gamble.
First points of the night for Sue, and it's 27-22. Dons again with a 5-point advantage.
Got a minute 30 to go in the first half.
Ooh, a little push-off foul by Gamble. No call. Here's Katie Kelsey, top of the key. Cross-court pass to Roddy. Roddy watched by Gamble. Shot in to Camrath. Camrath underneath, intended for Smith. Goes out of bounds.
Good defense there by the Dons.
Substitutions. Leah Sheets back in for IPFW. Kelly Penhorwood back in for Northern Kentucky. 70 seconds left in the half. 27-22 our score. IPFW on top.
Hopefully we'll get another bucket here. We make a nice little run on them, open up a 5-point lead. It'd be nice to have a 5 to 7 point lead going into halftime.
Make that record with the ball. Whistle, jump ball called. And on the alternate possession, it will go to Northern Kentucky.
She just lost control of the ball there, and the lady from Northern Kentucky just tied her up. Just under a minute.
Katie Kelsey gets the ball up over midcourt, picked up by Recker. Now cross-court Kelsey. Gonna try a three-pointer, yes!
That's a big shot. I tell you what, that's a real big shot. IPFW's making a run, going into the half, and that's a big three.
Her first points of the night. Makes it a 2-point game with 33 seconds to go. Wendy Recker to Wrestler. Foul line extended. Bounce pass back to Recker. 12 on the shot clock, 21 on the game clock. Recker wants to drive, cut off by Kelsey. Turnaround jumper's good.
Hey, it looked like she just didn't have anything else to do with this, so she decided to put it up. That's nice when things work out for her that way.
3 points for Recker. 7-6. Kelsey kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way. Off the rim, no good. Putback up.
Oh, that's a killer there.
Nice putback by Chris Camrath. Couldn't come at a better time for Northern Kentucky as it brings them to within 2 points, 29-27 after the first 20 minutes of action.
I tell you what, that is a big play there to finish out the half. IPFW had a nice run there the last 3 minutes of the half, thanks to some good bench play by Barb Derry and Sue Gamble. But a big three and then a big follow-up basket there just keeps Northern Kentucky right in the game. And Mike, I tell you what, Northern Kentucky got to be happy with where they're at right now. They're competing, they're on the road, and they're taking advantage of IPFW having a tough game last night.
Once again, our halftime score, IPFW 29, Northern Kentucky 27. You're watching IPFW women's basketball.
Team spirit is alive and well at IPFW. That's because IPFW has established itself as an athletic power, not only regionally, but nationally. With 11 major sports, IPFW offers talented student athletes great opportunities. Success and support of IPFW athletics comes solely from the fans, students, faculty, alumni, and the prestigious Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Athletic Club has over 500 members who financially support IPFW athletics, enabling the university to provide scholarships to deserving athletes. Members will receive one or all of the following: season passes to all sporting events, special seating, hospitality room, plus Royal Dons apparel and gifts. Be a part of the winning tradition. Join the Royal Dons Club. We need your support. Call IPFW Athletics. Get into the team spirit.
Moderate rock.
This is Ryan Kirchhoff for Team Television. We're shooting right outside the Allen County Library. I'm here with Tara Warner. And Tara, what do you think about teen smoking?
Well, I started when I was young, and I really wish I wouldn't have back then because it causes problems later in life. So I encourage all young teenagers who are starting to smoke to quit now before it's too late.
Well, I think it's fairly easy. I've seen kids that go into the store that look like they're like 14 or 15 years old, and seen them buy cigarettes. I think they need to crack down on the law very seriously.
Do you agree with smoking for teenagers?
Not for teenagers. I smoke, but I didn't start smoking until I was 21. So I made that decision on my own to start smoking as an adult. As a teenager, I think there should be mandatory laws for you not to smoke until you're at a certain age.
Do you think that they should start buckling down to people who are selling them to kids that are too young to be smoking or be even buying them?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
You want to ask my daughter if she's ever smoked on television?
No, I'm not answering.
If they have maybe their teacher's permission or parents' permission, otherwise, maybe they should wait.
And I didn't start chain smoking, but as I smoked more and more, the interval between cigarettes got shorter and shorter. So that by the time I was 17 or 18, I was lighting one cigarette from another.
Start because the ones older than them smoke, and it's the thing to do.
What should be done about teen smoking?
Well, I think the laws are going in the right direction. If tobacco wasn't as available for kids, for young people, maybe they wouldn't smoke it as readily as they do today.
Are you going to smoke when you're older?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah. No.
Where do you think they get the cigarettes, and how easy do you think it is?
How addictive is it?
How easy do you think it is for children to buy it?
Oh, extremely easy. Anybody, I think there is a law that cigarettes can be sold to children, but teenagers, but You know, people are in the business making money. They'll do anything to make money, won't they?
My name's Braxton, and as you guys can see, I'm wired. I'm going to be going into Clark to see how easy it is for teens to buy cigarettes.
This is what I'm taking pictures of.
Can I get a pack of Reds in the box? Thanks.
Nice bus, man.
Well, this is the pack of Marlboros that I bought. The assistant manager sold them to me. She didn't ask for ID or anything. How do you feel about smoking?
Bad.
Why do you think that it's bad?
Because you could die. You get black lungs and you could die.
Do you know anybody who smokes?
Yeah.
Who?
My mom and my dad.
And do you think that's where most people get the idea of smoking from, is their parents?
Yeah.
I think they start smoking watching their parents or watching other kids smoke.
All right, what do you think should be done about it? Kid smoking.
That's a good question.
Well, usually it's either like peer pressure because their parents do it, or just because they feel like it.
How do their parents feel about them smoking?
They feel like if they don't let them sit there and smoke in front of them, they'll just do it behind their back anyway, so go for it.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you think?
I'm recording this kid on the bike. Go on.
Go ahead.
How do you feel about kids smoking nowadays?
I don't really like it that much.
What do you think should be done about kids smoking?
Well, I think it's up to their parents if they think they should smoke or not.
I don't know. I guess it's their choice. My husband's a respiratory therapist, so it gives him more customers in the long run, but
I imagine because they think it's cool, because of things they see. I mean, obviously they don't do it to improve their health or for any other reason, but I imagine that the way it's packaged is it makes you look sophisticated and more adult, and I would assume that's probably the majority of the reasons why they do it.
Nobody should smoke at all. I have had a cigarette for 16 years.
Their mom and dad probably got them started on it in the first place. At least that's what, where all my friends do it. That's why all my friends do it.
Well, I happen to be a physician, so I know the effects of tobacco on the entire system, not only on, from where I am, we did an autopsy on 10,000 people who died of heart attacks who were under 40. Everyone who died of a heart attack under 40 was a smoker.
Welcome back to the Gates Sports Center. It is halftime, and the Mastodons of IPFW lead Northern Kentucky by a score of 29-27. And Russ, let's take a look. We've been given the first half official statistics, and let's take a look at some of these and see some of the performances so far.
Well, I think one thing that sticks out already is the turnovers by both teams. It just shows how offensively the game's going. Northern Kentucky has a walloping 17 turnovers the first half, and IPFW is not far behind with 13. Neither team has really been able to get in any offensive sync, and it's been a sloppy game so far. But I think a key statistic is the play of IPFW's bench. And if you look at the statistics here, you got Lindy Jones, the leading scorer, had a tough first half, only 7 points. She picked up 2 quick fouls in the first 10 minutes of the game, and she sat the last 10 minutes. But you got Renee Ressler, Barb Derry, Sue Gamble, Krista Hennings all came off and off the bench and did a great job. And I think that's why IPFW is in the lead right now.
I think there's also one big statistic that we don't see here, but we have access to, In games so far this year, when IPFW was leading at the half, they are a perfect 6-0, and they're leading by 2 right now, so we'll see if form holds true, but it's too close right now, too close for comfort.
Yes, it is, and as I said earlier in the first half, Northern Kentucky's got to be happy with where they're at. Like I said, anytime you're on the road in the conference game, you're looking to stay close, you're looking to battle and compete and make it a competitive game, and so far Northern has been very successful at doing that. They've neutralized Jones and they've neutralized Jenny Newhart on the post. She's an effective post player for us, and she's been neutralized. She hasn't scored in the first half, 0 for 2 from the field. So, Northern Kentucky from that standpoint has to be happy, and we'll see if they could keep the game close, because we know that IPFW is a very explosive team with scores like Jones and Newhart and Sheets, and it'll be an interesting second half to see how we come out.
One of the things, too, that we were looking forward to, we mentioned it right near the end of the first half, Jenny Newhart for IPFW needs 9 points to become the 7th player in the history of IPFW to score 1,000 points in her career, and she was shut out in that first half.
Yeah, like I said, they really neutralized her on the inside. She just couldn't get anything going.
IPFW with the basketball to start the second half. Jones, Delia Sheets, and Northern Kentucky in a man-to-man defense. Sheets looking for Newhart down low, kicks it back up top. Mazzello, lob pass Newhart. Jenny Newhart up off the glass.
There you go.
Basket.
First one's a little high-low of our own there, and there's a nice lob pass in the post and got Jenny on the board. It's a good start for us.
The lead back up to 4, 31-27. Here is Julie Stanley to Kelsey. Inside pass intended for Jordan, knocked away. Here comes Wendy Recker. Whistle. Holding foul going to be called on Kelsey.
It's going to be on the ground. It'll be take the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, I believe it'll be side out to IPFW.
Foul on number 21.
First foul on Katie Kelsey, first of the second half.
That first possession is indicative of how the first half went for Northern Kentucky. A turnover right away.
Lindy Jones from outside, in and out, no good. Rebound, Chris Camrath. To Kelsey. Kelsey picked up in midcourt by Wendy Recker. IPFW stays on their man-to-man defense. Jordan, baseline drive, ball knocked away. Picked up by Recker.
Got a
3-on-2. Bounce pass, Lindy Jones lays it up, no good.
Oh, couldn't get the fall.
Oh, over the back, no call. Lucky for Mazzello. Morningstar stops, pops, no good. Rebound Jones.
This faster pace is in favor of IPFW.
Definitely. Lindy Jones dishes off to Mazzello. Cross court to Sheets. Sheets kicks it out inside.
Oh, there you go, wide open.
Shot up, no good by Newhart. She got the pass from Recker. We got a whistle and a foul.
Well, that's a key factor of the second half. We got to get Newhart open on the post. Like we said, she's only attempted 2 field goals in the first half, missed them both. And already she's on the board in the second half here with a field goal, and now she's going to go to the line. She didn't attempt any free throws in the first. Oh, excuse me, she attempted only 1 free throw in the first half, and usually she gets more attempts from the line than that.
That last foul was on Chris Camrath, her first.
And I tell you what, Jenny. Another thing about Jenny Newhart, she's been a model of consistency since she's been here as a member of the Dons program. The past 4 years, she's just had a great career, and as evidenced by her reaching the 1,000-point mark sometime this season. Hopefully tonight.
Successful twice there. It's a 6-point lead, 33-27. There's Kelsey up top of the key to Smith. Cross court to Stanley. Stanley watched by Jones. Back up top to Kelsey. Looks like IPFW is trying to put a little stranglehold on that defense.
That's clearly what they're doing right now. Oh, nice shot, though. It's a good move by number 20. Got that.
Morningstar.
Morningstar. Good move by Morningstar to take it in the paint, get a good shot to fall there. That's a tough shot.
There's Recker to Jones, double team. Looks for help, throws it away.
Seen a couple uncharacteristic turnovers by Lindy Jones tonight. She's got flusters a little bit with the double teams, and she's thrown a few passes away that she normally doesn't do. She's got to get in the flow of the game. She hasn't been able to do that yet.
That's definitely a factor right now. Here's Morningstar. Passes to the top of the key to Smith. Cross court to Kelsey. Kelsey to Smith, looking inside.
Playing way
ball
off. There's a nice steal by Jones.
Morningstar lays it up and in. 4 points and a half, 8 points in the game for Dana Morningstar. And it's a 33-31 contest.
They just can't shake Northern Kentucky. Every time looks like IPFW is going to go on a run, Northern comes right back and answers.
Meanwhile, we've got a reach-in foul going to be called on Northern Kentucky. I believe it's going to be on Julie Stanley. Her second, team third. Substitution. Number 25, Stephanie Jordan, replaces Shannon Smith.
Northern Kentucky's had a lot of fouls the first half, and they're starting off in the same pace, but that's really not that bad. There's another one, another push, and you might say, oh, that's working in favor of IPFW, but that's really the game that Northern Kentucky wants to play. They want to play a physical game, one that's dominated by the inside play and a slow tempo game, and that's what they're doing. They're slowing down the game immensely, and the explosive offense of IPFW just really hadn't get off the ground yet.
Inside pass, shot by Mazzello, no good. Rebound is Jordan to Kelsey. Northern Kentucky can tie with the deuce, take a lead with the tray.
Looking for that high-low again. Instead, kicks out for three.
Kelsey for three. They're going to count it. They're going to call it 3 seconds. Advantage and break. IPFW.
Big break there. That would have gave Northern Kentucky the lead and the momentum.
Three-pointer would have given Northern Kentucky the lead.
That's a call you don't see very often either anymore. A 3-second call. That's a call in the past almost.
Lindy Jones, shot. They're going to say shot didn't count.
Boy, and then they return the favor. Basket. Lindy Jones finally gets one to fun. It's a legal pick on Mazzello.
Tara Mazzillo, her third.
Third foul on Tara Mazzillo. First on the team. And here comes Katie Kelsey, 5'6" freshman out of Cincinnati. Gets the ball to Morningstar, watched by Jones. Wants to drive on Lindy Jones.
Nice pass.
Cut off, dishes off. Nice dish to Camrath. Chris Camrath ties it at 33. That's 10 points in the night for Chris Camrath. Back comes IPFW. Here is Jones. She needs to get untracked. Double teamed. Inside pass taken away by Camrath.
Another turnover by IPFW. Couldn't hang on to the ball inside. Pass from Jones to Newhart.
I get the feeling if Northern Kentucky scores, we're going to see a timeout call.
Shoot that one.
And Camrath does score to give Northern Kentucky the lead, 35-33, 15:45 to go.
Another
Jones being double teamed.
See how Jones handles it this time. Going to get her for a push.
Northern Kentucky extending their defense.
Katie Kelsey's going to pick up that foul.
That's 2 on her, both coming this half.
Kelsey, her second.
Renee Ressler comes back into the IPFW lineup, and she'll replace Tara Mazzello.
In the game for Norris.
Renee Ressler gave some good minutes in the first half. Like I said, she gave some good minutes in the first half. Hopefully she can produce as well in the second half.
Lindy Jones to inbound it. To Recker, back to Jones. Baseline drive, shot up off the glass. Count it, and she's fouled.
That's key for IPFW. Lindy Jones got to get on track, as you just said, and that's a nice move. It looked like they're going to double team Lindy Jones on the perimeter all night, but she took him baseline, and there was no help side there by Northern Kentucky's posting, so she took advantage of it, got the chance for the 3-point play.
And if she makes it, she'll be in double figures with 10 points, and she is. Nice conventional 3-point play by Jones.
That's right. You don't see too many of those anymore by guards. They're always they always do it the easy way.
Puts the Dons on top, 36-35. Here is Daly looking for help. Bounce pass, Smith up top. Smith decides to take one too many steps.
Traveling violation.
Third turnover of the half, 20th in the game for Northern Kentucky.
Smith's really not comfortable with the ball out there if she has to spend some time with it out there. She doesn't do a bad job lobbing it in the post on that high-low, but if that's not there, she's clearly uncomfortable with the ball that far out.
Allison McCarthy makes her first appearance of the second half for Northern Kentucky. Here is Jones, top of the key. Drives it down the lane, shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. McCarthy has it, outlets it to Daly. Daly, whoa!
She might have walked there.
Was there a step by Camrath? No. Shot no good by a Morningstar.
Going to get over the back, it looks like.
Let's see who they call the foul on. We're going to call that foul on Julie Stanley. That's her third. Team seventh. So that should send IPFW to the line, and that could be a big factor coming down the stretches. We've got 15:02 left in the contest, and already IPFW at the stripe.
Yeah, that's it's very similar to the first half. Very similar. IPFW's on the line early in the half, and you would think that that's going to work in IPFW's favor just for the simple fact that they're a really good free throw shooting team.
First free throw by Leah Sheets, up and in. That's 3 points on the night for Leah.
Another thing, though, it is going to slow down the game, and that's in favor of the amount of fouling is going to favor Northern Kentucky just for the fact that it will slow down the game.
Second free throw up and good by Sheets. Gives her 4, gives the lead at 3, 38-35.
Playing way off her.
Kelsey with the 3, no good. Rebound Wrestler.
They almost dared her to shoot that three-pointer. They don't have any confidence in her hitting it, and she proved him right on that time.
Here is Leah Sheets. Watched closely by Daly. Looking for Newhart inside. Baseline drive. Ball goes off. I'm going to say double dribble. Ball goes off her leg.
Double dribble.
Leah Sheets just had a tough weekend on the offensive end. Tonight she has only 4 points to the first half, and then she just hit a couple free throws, but she's not really in sync offensively.
Shot by Camrath, no good. We got a whistle. Let's see what they're going to call it.
Timeout.
They're going to call it timeout. 20-second timeout called by Coach Pam Bowden. Comes at the 14:26 mark. So we see what Coach Bowden says.
Huddle there.
$22.
New look to the college game this year, both men's and women's. 20-second timeouts. Similar to the NBA, exactly just like the NBA, where they get a quick 20-second timeout.
You know, it'll be IPFW basketball underneath. No, make that Northern Kentucky basketball. My mistake. My apologies. Ball gets into McCarthy. Back to Katie Kelsey. Up top to Morningstar. Northern Kentucky wanting to spread it out a little bit. Here is Morningstar, watched by Sheets. Gets the ball into Camrath, and we got a whistle and a foul. I think it's going to be called on Sheets, but let's make sure.
I think you got Jones on that one.
Lindy Jones, you're correct.
Foul on Lindy
Her
Jones.
third, team second.
Jones, another reach-in foul there. That's what hurt her the first half. That's what took her out of the game. She's got to watch so she don't get any more of those.
Kelsey looking for somebody. Gets it up top to Daly. Daly bounce pass.
Oh, wow, that was a kick there by number 33.
Shot is perfect.
Tell you what, Leah Sheets got drilled on a pick there, set by Chris Camrath. She got a shot to the jaw.
10 points now for Morningstar. It's 38-37. Sheets. Oh, we got a whistle.
Oh, my.
A forearm shove by Wendy Rickard, perhaps, or is it Wrestler?
That's on Wrestler.
Foul on number
She's posted
15.
up down low there, and it looked to me like she just was working for the position, but they caught her for a little push-off, perhaps an elbow.
Good substitution for the Dons. Jessica Henry in the lineup.
That's a tough call.
Here comes Northern Kentucky. Chance to take the lead with a basket.
Almost a steal.
Here missed by Jones. Baseline drive. Shot blocked by Newhart. Daly gets her shot blocked.
You can hear Pam Bowden, coach of the Dons, screaming from the bench to push it. That's the kind of game that the Dons want to play.
Got another four.
Another one. Unbelievable.
2 or as many possessions in IPFW. Going to call that on Jenny Newhart. That's her third.
There's going to be a timeout. Pam Bowden is really not happy with that. Those past 2 calls, as you can see, looking on the screen here.
Now we've got a timeout called, 13:25 to go by Pam Bowden of IPFW. We want to remind you to tune into Channel 6 next Thursday evening to watch doubleheader basketball. At 6 p.m., the Cougars from St. Joseph's College take on the IPFW women's team. Then at 8 o'clock, the IPFW Mastodons host the St. Joseph's men's team. Catch all the action of GLVC basketball right here on Channel 6.
That should be a real good matchup, too, next week. St. Joseph's College coming in here. The Pumas got a real good program, both men's and women's, and it should be a real good game, both games. Another note, the men's team won last night, beat Bellarmine College right after the women did. And it's a real good win for Coach Annie Piazza and the Dons.
And we'll see if they can improve on that come next Thursday night. But right now, the action is here, 13:25 to go. Northern Kentucky with the basketball and a chance to take the lead. They trail by 1, 38-37. Kelsey to Morningstar on the wing. Morningstar looks inside. Lob pass, shot up and in.
That's been very effective for him all night. That lob
by Camrath.
IPFW's posts are fronting, and that time we should have had some help over there in the lane, and we lacked it.
Meanwhile, coming back at the other end, shot up and in by Lindy Jones, and she is fouled.
Well, when Lindy Jones gets in the groove, there's so many weapons that she brings to the table. She's she's quick, and she's pretty strong player. She can drive, and and then when she gets on outside, she's a real tough player to stop.
Basket's good by Lindy. 5 points and a half, 12 in the game, making 6 and 13, and she converts the free throw. And more importantly, she gives the Dons a 2-point lead.
And she's definitely the go-to person for the Dons.
Here comes Katie Kelsey, pass to Regina Webb on the left wing. Webb watched by Recker. We got a whistle. Now we're going to get a elbow foul called on Northern Kentucky. That's the third that I've seen here in the second half, Russ.
Yeah, 3 in a row. 3 out of 4 possessions she had a call like that. And if the refs, in my opinion, have not established that in the first half, it's been a very physical game overall. And all of a sudden now it's going the other way. 3 basically touch fouls on the post, and looks like they're going to set a precedent early in the second half that it's not going to be as physical.
Now we've got a timeout called by Northern Kentucky. That personal foul, by the way, was on Allison McCarthy, her 4th. I believe the 9th. Oh, they're going to make that a 20-second timeout. But when we come back to play, Jenny Newhart will go back to the line shooting 1 and 1. And Jenny with 4 points tonight, just 5 points away from that magical 1,000-point mark. And it sure would be nice to see her get it tonight here.
That would be. It'd probably be even better for Jenny if the Dons got a win. This is a big game for the Dons just because, both these games are home last night and tonight, and they want to get off to a good start in the conference. Show everybody that they've arrived as a contender, and really just send a message to the rest of the conference, beating 2 quality teams, and you got to defend your home court. So, can't be stressed enough how important this game is for the Dons.
Newhart successful on 1 out of 2, misses the second. Rebound Northern Kentucky. 42-39 to score. Inside pass, Jordan, turnaround shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound Newhart, she is belted.
Looks like on number 15.
By Webb, and if that's the call, that'll be 4 on Regina Webb. It is on Regina Webb.
Foul on number 15, Regina Webb.
Her 4th.
Into the game for Norris, number 33, Chris Camrath.
Chris Camrath back in the lineup for Northern Kentucky, and back at the line shooting 1 and bonus is Jenny Newhart. Jenny averaging 14 points a game on the year so far. Free throw's no good, but we got a whistle and a foul, and I think it's going to be called on IPFW.
Yeah, Renee Ressler, that's another foul that didn't really look too convincing, too physical. It looked like she was just going for the ball. Maybe she might have hit some arm there. Got the foul called on her.
5th team foul on IPFW this half. Stanley back in the lineup for Northern Kentucky, inbounds the ball to Katie Kelsey. Kelsey going to get picked up by Recker at midcourt. Morningstar around the horn. Stanley cut off. Kicks it back up top to Kelsey. IPFW packing it in just a tad. Three-pointer by Stanley off the rim, no good. Rebound, Morningstar, shot back up, no good.
Looked like there was a
Fight
push
for the
on
rebound,
the inside.
whistle. They're going to call a jump ball, and on the alternate possession, it should go to Northern Kentucky.
Looked like Morningstar just gave Jenny Newhart a shove, she'll remember, but they didn't call a foul.
I always wondered why the men have 3 officials and the women have 2 in most college games. But,
I don't know, they must think the men are more physical, but look, this game's pretty physical tonight.
here's Stanley on the wing, looking for somebody inside. Gets the ball inside. Turnaround shot up, no good by Hamrath. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to call a pushing foul. Renee Ressler picks up her 3rd, team 6th.
Tell you what, though, Renee Ressler, she's really battled inside there tonight. She's done a very admirable job coming off the bench.
Coming back in the Northern Kentucky lineup, number 25, Stephanie Jordan. Northern Kentucky inbounding it. Nice defensive play by Lindy Jones as Penn Horwood, who's in the game, tried to hit Jordan with the pass. She'll try it again. Back up top to Kelsey. Kelsey, Morningstar almost a travel. Push off, no call. Shot up, no good by Morningstar. Rebound, Wendy Recker.
Wendy Recker's been very quiet tonight. She hasn't really been a main factor. And
drive, baseline drive. They're going to call a block shot, jump ball on Henry. It'll be IPFW ball on the possession.
This is a scrapping game. Both teams really scrapping on a defensive end, making it very difficult for the offenses.
Lindy Jones looking to inbound it to Newhart. Jenny Newhart wants to drive. Cut off, double team, looks for help. Back to Jones. Jones, left-hand dribble, drives to lane. Off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound.
That's an over
Jones
the back on
hammered.
Got the freshman for the over the back call.
Katie Kelsey, that's her 3rd.
Katie Kelsey, her 3rd.
In her first GLVC contest, Katie Kelsey getting thrown into the fire.
Lindy Jones at the line. 86% free throw shooter coming into the action tonight.
Well, she's just a quality player, especially on the offensive end. She's, really can do it all. And she's out of Belmont High School in Decatur, Indiana. I've set just about every record in the book at her high school, and she's
first free throw good, as is the second.
Her excellence here at IPFW.
In the game for the Dons,
Leah Sheets comes back into the lineup for IPFW. She replaces Jessica Henry. 44-39, Dons up by 5, 11:24 to go here in this contest from the Gates Sports Center.
This is a big possession here defensively for the Dons. Up 5, hopefully they get a nice stop and add to that lead.
Kelsey, cross-court pass. Penn Horwood, inside pass. Jordan, offensive foul called on Stephanie Jordan. Tried to use a little bit too much muscle.
Leah Sheets has good recovery on the defensive end, and she got the charge. Nice play by Leah Sheets to recover there.
4th personal foul on Jordan. And, Northern Kentucky racking up some fouls now. Chris Camrath back in the lineup. She'll replace Jordan. Jordan hasn't scored yet tonight.
No, she's been very quiet on the inside.
She's averaging 10.6 points a ball game. Meanwhile, here's Wendy Recker being watched by Kelsey. Looks for Sheets, inside pass. Newhart, alone, shot off the glass and in.
Basket by Newhart.
7 points for Jenny Newhart.
Dons slowly pulling away. They got a 7-point lead now.
I believe this is their biggest of the game, 46-39. Whistle, pushing foul, going to be called. I think it's on. They're going to call it on Camrath.
Chris Camrath, her 2nd.
Got her on the illegal pick down there. They have really called a close, tightly called game here in the second half. It's in contrast to the first half.
We've got a timeout on the floor, 10:44 left in the second half. Our score, IPFW 46, Northern Kentucky 39. We'll be back in just a moment.
Children are the largest group of Americans living below the poverty line. They have to reach higher for what others take for granted. Healthcare, balanced meals, encouragement to learn. But with help early on, children in your community can gain the skills to get out from below the poverty line. It takes programs like Success by 6 and people like you to help them take the first step. Call to learn more. Change the world of a child, and you change the world.
She needs 2 for the 1,000. I got her for 7. We are back at the Gates Center. 10 minutes, 44 seconds left in the second half. IPFW with perhaps their biggest lead, 46-39, and
Lindy Jones at the line.
well, I thought Jenny Newhart was going to be at the line, but they're saying Lindy Jones is at the line instead.
Can't complain with that, although Jenny's a good free throw shooter.
Quick substitution. McCarthy coming back in with 4 points and 4 personal fouls. Russ, I have to admit, I'm a little surprised because I thought that Jenny Newhart would be at the line, but instead it's 86% foul shooter Lindy Jones.
She doesn't miss many from the line.
First free throw up and in. Gives her 9 points in the second half, 16 points for the contest. She's averaging just a shade under 24. In and out with the second, fight for the
Good
rebound.
rebound by Wrestler.
Newhart, shot off the glass and in.
Jenny Newhart.
And that is, I believe, historic shot for Jenny Newhart. Unofficially, I have her for 9 points in the game, 1,000 in her career. See if the official score says the same thing. Meanwhile,
IPFW with a 10-point lead now, biggest of the game.
Shot by McCarthy up off the glass and in. 6 points now for McCarthy.
1,000 points there on the screen. Jenny Newhart, great career. Congratulations to Jenny.
Here is Jones, Newhart, cross-court wrecker, 14-footer off the rim, no good. Rebound. And Horwood. Inside pass, McCarthy shot off the glass, no good, but she's fouled. And she will
Ladies and
go to the
gentlemen,
line,
with that
shooting
last point, Jenny Newhart has become only the 7th player in IPFW history to score over 1,000 points in her career. Let's give a big hand for Jenny.
Announcement that indeed Jenny Newhart is the 7th player in IPFW history to score 1,000 points in her career.
Well, as I said, she's been a very consistent performer for the Dons, and it's just a tribute to her work and what she's put into this program her 4 years here.
Meanwhile, Allison McCarthy makes the first of 2 free throws. Second one on the way. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Sheets. 49-42. The advantage is 7. There's Leah Sheets, graduate at Columbia City High School. Playing Krieger's fine program. She has the ball on the wing. Baseline drive. Cut off. Looks for help.
Nice help side defense.
Inside Mazzello. To Newhart.
Nice
Off
pass.
the rim, no good.
Couldn't get the foul,
Rebound
though.
fought for. Who's got it?
Oh, and they get Jenny for the foul.
We're going to call a foul on Jenny Newhart, pushing off Katie Kelsey. Crowd doesn't like it.
No, they don't. That Jenny was really hustling for after the ball that time. Looked like she got called for a reach in there, and that's a tough foul because she's hustling, and you know, that's just a tough foul.
What's even more of a problem for Coach Pam Bowden is that is her 4th personal foul. And you don't want to lose one of your leaders with 9:31 to go.
No, you don't. It looks like Krista.
Katie Kelsey makes the front end of a 1 in bonus. Get that second shot. And Krista Hennings comes into the lineup. She'll replace Jenny Newhart.
Krista Hennings expected to put some good minutes in tonight. She's thrown into the fire as well in the GLVC.
Bonus free throw good by Kelsey.
In the game for Norris, number
2.5,
14,
5 in the contest. She goes out, being replaced by Shauna Daly.
Well, they've cut the lead in half, Mike. They were up 10 now, and all of a sudden back to a 5-point game. It's a nice little run by Northern Kentucky.
That's true. Let's see what the Dons can do about it. Jones for 3. Count it.
Oh, that's That could be a backbreaker there for Northern Kentucky.
That answers those 2 free throws in a hurry. Lead back up to 8. Here's Daly looking for help. Gets it up top to McCarthy. Cross-court pass. Shot off the glass. No good by Penhorwood. Rebound IPFW. Don's on the run. Recker stops the dribble. Cross-court. Mazzello inside pass. Hennings. Shot up. No good. They're going to say double dribble.
Double dribble on that one.
Hennings having trouble controlling the basketball.
Yeah, that was an obvious double dribble there.
Unofficially, I've got that 4th turnover of the half for IPFW.
Which is a great improvement from last half, where they had 13 in the first period.
Here comes the Norse of Northern Kentucky.
Oh, double dribble.
Turnabout fair play as Shauna Daly commits the turnover.
She returned the favor.
That brings Regina Webb back in off the bench, along with Katie Kelsey.
Number 21, Katie Kelsey.
You don't want your seniors to make errors like that on the court. She misread the play, it looked like there, and ended up double dribbling.
Here is Wendy Recker, watched by Kelsey. Pass to Jones, double team, looks inside. Mazzello, Jennings. Here's Leah Sheets. Up top, Recker. Hennings wants to drive, stops, pops. In and out, no good. Rebound goes to Penhorwood.
Couldn't get that one to fall. Pulled her way in there, but just couldn't
Kelly
didn't fall.
Penhorwood. Inside pass, shot up and in by McCarthy. 5.5, 9 in the game. And it's a 6-point advantage, 52-46 for the Dons.
Northern Kentucky's just hanging dangerously close to IPFW.
Sheets to Mazzello. Mazzello up top, she'll try a 3. In and out, no good. Jennings hustling for the rebound. Up top to Recker. Recker looks inside, doesn't see anybody.
Nice
the dribble, inside pass, Jennings, turn around, shot up, no good. Fight for the loose ball.
Crystal forced that one a little bit there.
Comes down to Penhorwood.
Looked like she was triple team and went up with it anyway.
Shot up and in. Whistle. Timeout called by Pam Bowden. She wants to talk it over. 7:33 to go.
Well, IPFW got off to a good lead, and now it's down to 4.
You too can join in the excitement of IPFW athletics by participating in the Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Club is the official booster club for IPFW's athletic teams. Members enjoy priority seating at all IPFW sports events, food and refreshments in the hospitality room, admission to IPFW sports media luncheons, and association with other Mastodon supporters, just to name a few benefits. For information on becoming a member of the Royal Dons Club, call Pat Klein at 481-6643 or write to the Royal Dons Club, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805.
Ladies and gentlemen, the IPFW.
Royal Dons, speaking of the Royal Dons Club, they always put out a nice spread for members. Have a nice hospitality room here for the games. It's a really well-run organization, the Royal Dons Club.
Let's see, IPFW with the ball. They got their instructions from Pam Bowden. Mazzello inbounds at the Recker. Recker picked up by Kelsey.
See if IPFW can answer. There's Jones for 3.
Whoa, and she
was
shot is no good, but she is fouled by Webb, and I think that is off for Regina Webb.
Foul on number 15, Regina Webb.
She departs the scene with 2 points on the evening. But more important for IPFW fans is the fact that Lindy Jones is going to shoot not 1, not 2, but 3 free throws.
Well, Regina Webb came out there trying to get seeing Lindy Jones spot up for that 3-pointer, but she went and a little too aggressive on the contesting the shot, and now Lindy Jones is going to get a chance to hit 3 free throws, and more likely than not, she'll make all 3 of them.
Well, we've got Stephanie Jordan coming in for Allison McCarthy, and Dana Morningstar replaces the fouled out Regina Webb. Lindy Jones, 86% foul shooter. First free throw is good. Unofficially, I've got her for 13 points and a half and 20 for the contest.
Yeah, she stepped up her game in the second half.
Second one is good. And having a a free throw shooter nail 3 free throws in a row. Just be demoralizing to a team.
That is, and IPFW's answered the many runs here put on them by Northern Kentucky. With Jones hit a three-pointer, and now she's got 3 free throws, and you know, that's a backbreaker to a team on the road.
Well, all 3 free throws successful. The lead is back up to 7, 55-48, 7:12 to go.
High low again, couldn't handle it that time. Another foul.
Perhaps a little frustration starting to set in on the part of the Northern Kentucky Norse.
Yeah, she couldn't handle the ball. Jones stepped in and really slapped her in the back of the head there. And Jones going back to the line. She's making a living at the line second half.
Stephanie Jordan called for the personal foul. That is her 5th. She fouls out without scoring a point, and that's going to be a big difference in the outcome, Russ, as she averaged 10.6 points a game coming in, and she was held scoreless tonight. Good job by the IPFW defense.
IPFW's just doing what they got to do on the defensive end so far. They gave up a few inside buckets in the first half, a few second shots, but after that they've recovered, and Northern Kentucky's had a tough night of it.
Timeout, North.
Well, we've got a timeout called by Northern Kentucky. 7 minutes, 12 seconds left in the contest, and again, we can take a look at the sheet here, Russ. Free throws. IPFW leading the nation. NCAA Division II coming into the contest. Nearly 81% as a team, and though they were 10 of 16 in the first half, they've gone to the line more frequently in the second half, and they've found their mark.
Well, it's a sign of a good team, Mike, to hit the free throws, especially in the second half. And you know, you're home. It's a conference game, a big game, and you just got to put down the free throws. They did it last night, and they're doing it again tonight, and that's a sign of a good team, a championship team, and hopefully they'll be able to continue that throughout this game and throughout the rest of the conference season.
Unofficially, I've got IPFW 13 of 16 at the stripe here in the second half.
Well, that's great for a second half.
Yeah.
That's real good for any half, but especially in the second half here of a big conference game and coming off of a tiring game last night.
And they've got their ace and Lindy Jones at the line. Free throw is good. Boy, she just doesn't miss very often.
But she's extremely confident at the line. She goes up there with extreme confidence and just knocks them down. Nothing but net mostly.
Lindy, a senior, played her high school ball at DeKalb High School. Second free throw is no good. A rare miss. Morningstar with the rebound. Outlets to Kelsey.
8-point lead for the Dons. Another big chance to stop him here.
This Morningstar watched by Sheets. Dishes off to McCarthy. To Kelsey on the right side. Kelsey looks inside, can't find anybody. Now kicks it back out. Inside, nice give and go. Camrath to McCarthy, and McCarthy with the basket.
Well, that's been their bread and butter, and that's really what Coach Tom Sutherland told me they do before the game. You know, go for that high-low, really look to pound it inside, and that's what they've been successful at tonight.
It's a 6-point lead. Jones drives, fires, no good. We got a whistle and a blocking foul going to be called on Northern Kentucky.
Tell you what, Jones just really has a nose for getting to the line. She drives well. She has that little double clutch shot that she does, and she just really has a good talent, a good knack for getting to the line. And all good scorers are able to do that.
The foul was on Morningstar, her 4th. Jones makes the first of 2. I'll tell you, Russ, Northern Kentucky's had 2 players foul out, a couple more in foul trouble. Could be a factor coming down the stretch. Second free throw, good.
They play a physical game, and that's their game plan, to come in and be physical and wear out their opponent.
Here comes Northern Kentucky. Inside pass, knocked away, picked up by Mazzello. Bounce pass, Sheets. Banks it off the glass and in.
Leah Sheets.
Basket by Sheets.
Leah Sheets, second field goal of the night.
She's been very quiet tonight. She usually scores a little more than that, but she'll take that one.
It's a 10-point lead once again, 60-50, 6 minutes to go. Kelsey looking for help, gets it to Morningstar out near midcourt. Dana Morningstar. Washed by Sheets.
IPFW not out of control of this game right now.
Another give and go. McCarthy shot no good. Rebound out of bounds. They're going to say touch last by Northern Kentucky. And again, the give and go. The little touch pass that Camrath is getting to McCarthy is giving IPFW some trouble.
Yeah, she just couldn't put down. The layup that time, but that's definitely open.
Here come the Dons with the basketball in the person of Wendy Recker. Watched by Morningstar. Another wraparound foul. This one called on Leah Sheets.
Leah Sheets is extremely frustrated, as we can see on the TV set here. She just hasn't had a lot of good things go her way offensively. It's just important that she keeps her head in the game. You got 5:30 to go, and they still need her for the boards and play some good defense here. Can't get her. She's got to keep her head in the game.
Shauna Daly checks back into the Northern Kentucky lineup. That's the second foul on Sheets. And at the stripe shooting one in bonus will be Shannon Roddy, who had checked into the lineup earlier.
I'll tell you what, Tom Sutherland, assistant coach here at IPFW, he's really not happy with that.
First free throw is good by Roddy. That's her first point of the night. Second one good as well. She's now 2 of 3 at the line tonight. Cuts the lead to 8. 5:35 to go. 60 to 52. Let's see what the Dons can do. Sheets looking for Newhart. Gets the ball to Jenny. Now cross court to Mazzello. Around the horn. Record. Newhart whistle. Pushing foul.
Another illegal pick.
Take 4.
No, it's going to go the other way, it looks like.
Foul is on Chris Camrath, her third.
Foul on number 33, Chris Camrath, her
Dana
third.
Morningstar comes back in the lineup, and she replaces Shauna Daly. Daly checks out with 2 points, both from the foul line.
Number 50, Tara Mazzillo.
Hopefully Tara can sink these. There's one.
Boy, she just does not take much time with that.
No, she doesn't. It's a little unorthodox style. But if it works, stay with it. She really slished those right through. String music, as they say.
Makes them both. Lead back up to 10, 62-52. Here comes Northern Kentucky on the attack. Kelsey on the wing. Wants to drive, cut off by Recker. Inside.
Almost a walk.
Yep. Here's Morningstar. Baseline drive. Shot off the rim. No good.
Big
Rebound. Recker.
Tell you what, Wendy Recker hasn't been a big factor scoring-wise today, but she's done other things as well as make a turnover there. But she has been steady all game. She played fairly good defense and came up with a few nice rebounds, and she just needs to run the team here down the stretch. She's a veteran, and she needs to run the team.
4:53 to go. Again, the lead at 10, 62-52. Morningstar to Kelsey around the horn. Inside pass McCarthy. She'll shoot from the foul line and hits it. Allison McCarthy. 9 points and a half, 13 in the game, and it's 62-54.
Like they've been doing all game. Northern Kentucky's just hanging around, waiting to make a run here in the last 5 minutes. But
Mazzello shot no good. Rebound, NK.
Boy, Tara Mazzello is really frustrated with that. She wasn't even hustling back down the court at first.
Morningstar looking for help. Again, that pass. They run that little triangle pass. Traveling going to be called to negate the basket, but noticed Russ, they run that little triangle pass from the wing to the top of the key and inside the touch pass, and IPFW just isn't quite reacting quick enough.
No, that's their bread and butter offense there. They've been using that all game. That's what they've been successful on, and they just got to keep going to it, keep punching it in there.
Here's Recker with the ball, picked up by Daly. Pushing foul, I believe, is going to be called on Roddy.
Yeah, definitely push off.
Foul on Shannon Roddy, her first.
That's the first foul on Shannon Roddy. Team is well over the limit. And Jenny Newhart.
Boy, to say they're under the limit's an understatement. They've been under the limit for quite a while now.
Free throw is good.
Well, look for Jenny Newhart, Lindy Jones, and to an extent Wendy Recker to really be the leaders here down the stretch, especially Lindy and Jenny. They're seasoned veterans, they've been around the league, and they know what it's all about. And
Morningstar back in the lineup for Northern Kentucky. Jessica Henry in the lineup for IPFW. And one more free throw coming for Jenny Newhart. Left-hander shot is up and in.
Boy, free throws are so big. I tell you what, they're so big, and teams that can hit them really seem to do well.
11 points for Newhart, all in the second half. Again, it's a 10-point lead, 4 minutes to go. There's Katie Kelsey, cross court to Daly. IPFW, saying they loose ball. Who's got it?
Jessica goes. She's going.
Steal. Henry shot up and in.
Basket
That's a big play.
Jessica Henry.
Big play by Jessica Henry off the bench. A nice steal, maintained control, went in for the nice layup. Used her quickness very well on that play.
Back comes Northern Kentucky. Inside pass, McCarthy up off the glass and in. Give Northern Kentucky credit. They are not giving up whatsoever.
No, they're not. And that's how it's going to be. All these games in the GLVC are like this.
Meanwhile, Lindy Jones was the beneficiary of a Northern Kentucky foul. Foul is on Shauna Daly, her fourth.
Shauna Daly, her fourth.
Lindy Jones from the line tonight. She's done the job. Let's see if she can do it again.
Julie Stanley. At the line for the Dons, number 32, Lindy Jones.
Lindy Jones back at the line. Free throw up and in.
She's just a quality player, as evidenced by her effort here in the second half. She's just done a tremendous job. She's really take control of the game offensively with her driving. She hit a three, and she's just such a threat out there that you gotta play her on it.
Second free throw by Jones up and good, and unofficially I've got her for 20 points in the second half and 27 for the game.
Well, that's what all conference All-Americans are supposed to do as team leaders and take control of the game. She's a great scorer, and she's done a good job the second half.
And another elbowing offensive foul called by the officials.
Well, there's been a handful of those tonight.
This is on McCarthy, and she fouls out.
McCarthy, her fifth.
Third player disqualified for the Norse tonight.
Allison McCarthy was the big offensive weapon for Northern Kentucky in the second half. She had 11 points in the half, 15 points for the contest. She is gone.
Renee Ressler going back to the line. And like I said earlier, Renee Ressler, I think she's done an admirable job coming off the bench tonight. She's a hard worker in the paint down there, and she's really battled in most instances bigger players from Northern Kentucky.
Renee Ressler at the line. First shot up and good.
Dons are doing the job at the line tonight.
Renee Ressler, a 5'10 junior from Columbus, Indiana, played her high school ball at Columbus East. Good on the second as well. Gives her 4 points for the night. And it's a 14-point game, 70-56. That may have been the knockout punch.
No, it looks that way. 3 minutes to go. IPFW's just done a tremendous job keeping their patience, their composure.
Kelsey misses a three-pointer, but put back by Camrath is good.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout called by Northern Kentucky. 2:51 left. Tune in to Channel 6 next Thursday evening to watch doubleheader basketball. At 6 p.m., the Cougars from St. Joseph's College take on the IPFW women's team. Then at 8 o'clock, the IPFW Mastodons host the St. Joseph's men's team. Catch all the action of Great Lakes Valley Conference basketball right here on Channel 6.
That'll be a real battle. IPFW St. Joseph is a good rivalry, conference rivalry. That should be two good games of basketball that night. Come out and support the Dons. I tell you what, though, Mike, watching last night's game and tonight's game, something really sticks out in my mind about these Lady Dons. You know, they've kept their composure in the last 10 minutes of the game and have done a great job. Last night against Bellarmine, they're down going into the last 10 minutes and really getting outplayed. Yet they kept their composure and pulled the game out. And, you know, and tonight, similar happened. They're only up by a few points, but when crunch time came, they took control and, you know, on the back of Lindy Jones scoring tonight, they've really taken control of the game, and looks like they're in a good position to win this ball game tonight.
If they are successful, that'll be 9 straight victories to start the season, the best start by any women's team in IPFW history.
Well, it's a tribute to the hard working of the players as well as the coaches here in the program. It's a new enthusiasm here for the women.
Mazzello, baseball pass all the way down. Henry can't control it. Ball goes out of bounds, though. Touched last by Shannon Roddy, and the Dons get a break. They will move 94 feet down the floor and inbound it from underneath their own basket. Lob pass to Mazzello. Inside pass, Jones. Shot off the glass, no good, but she is fouled, I believe, by Julie Stanley. And she will go to the line shooting a pair. Fourth personal on Julie Stanley.
Boy, she's said earlier she's making a living at the line, especially in the second half. You got the statistics on how many she shot second half here?
Oh, unofficially, I see Lindy Jones going to the line. 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 14. She's already shot 15. That's the 16th free throw here in the second half that she's attempted.
Wow, that's...
And 4, 6, 9, 12, 14. We get 15 of them are good. So a lot of good practice by Lindy Jones at the stripe.
Yeah, that is. Maybe that's probably why she's so good at them. She shoots so many of them in the game.
And again, it's a 14-point lead, 72-58, 2.5 to go. Kentucky. Kelsey is working hard. Ollie, long, dishes off, 3-point attempt. Can't go good. Rebound Jones. Knocks on the one. Lindy Jones tries to dish it off to Mazzello, but it's not good. Here comes Northern Kentucky.
Probably didn't need to force the issue that time. Lindy probably was better off just bringing it out and got a 12-point lead.
Turnover City. Jones takes it to the hole, and she is hammered by Kelsey. She will once again go to the stripe. Shooting 2.
Foul on number
and
21,
a coach never says die, but with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go, the future looks mighty bleak for Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, it does. They've kind of ran out of gas here in the second half. In the last 10 minutes of the second half, they lost some players due to fouls. And, you know, hey, this lady right here, Lindy Jones, is having a great second half.
Free throw by Lindy Jones is good. And what a night for her, especially for the second half. Second free throw up and good. 74-58, 2:02 left. Now IPFW with some full court pressure. Inside pass, turnaround shot is up and in by Shannon Smith. Her first points of the second half, give her 6 for the ball game. And it's a 14-point lead, 74-60. Here's Recker to Henry. Henry on the wing. Dishes out to Jones. Jones drives on Kelsey, takes it to the hole. Shot up, no good.
Another one.
We got a pushing foul.
I tell you what, barring a major miracle here in the last minute 36 seconds, this is going to be a great win for the IPFW Lady Dons. You know, they get 2 wins back-to-back in the GLVC, opening up the season. And, you know, it's always good to get a good start in the conference. You know, they're undefeated now and have really established themselves as contenders for the conference title and an NCAA tournament bid. And, you know, the ranking can only get better. They're ranked 21 in the country right now, and they really have to, the wins like this really breed confidence in a team. And you know, when you struggle a little bit, and like they did last night and tonight, but still come on top, that's says a lot for this team.
Back at the line, and who else hasn't been in the second half but Lindy Jones?
Well, it looks like a freeze-frame picture there, just an instant replay almost. She's on the line so much.
And once again, she's successful. That last foul, by the way, was on Julie Stanley. She fouls out all 5 fouls in the second half and does not score. Second free throw good once again by Lindy Jones. And it's a 76-60 lead for the Dons. Minute and a half to go. Three-pointer off the iron, no good by Roddy. Rebound IPFW. Jessica Henry bringing the ball up the floor. That's on the wing to Recker. Back to Roddy. Bounce pass inside. Wrestler to Jones.
Good move by Wrestler. Get it out.
Good ball movement by the Dons. Wrestler up off the glass. Oh! She is fouled. And she will go to the line, shooting 2 shots. And again, sign of a good ball club, good ball movement. IPFW did just that.
Exactly, and they're showing really good patience. And like, it can't be underestimated the factor of keeping your composure and staying with the game plan throughout. You know, when things aren't going your way, and sooner or later things are going to happen for you, and that's what happened for the Dons here in the second half, last 10 minutes of this ball game.
That personal foul was on Shauna Daly, and she fouls out. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players from Northern Kentucky that have fouled out.
Well, I don't know if I've ever seen that in a game, men's or women's.
It's a good thing they've got 13 players on the roster. We get down past 8 people fouling out, which is just a minute and a second to go.
No kidding.
We got the old 5-on-4.
I know, we'd have to throw you in there, Mike. And...
No, My basketball playing days ended many years ago. I scored 1 year in college. Thank you very much. Renee Ressler at the line. First one up and in. Unofficially, I've got her 3 for 3 at the line, 5 points overall.
You get a good look at our cheerleaders there. Done a good job this year, as well as our new dance team this year at IPFW. Has done a good job.
Second free throw good as well. Give Ressler 6 points in the night. Biggest lead of the night, 18 points. 1 minute to go. 78-60. Inside pass. No good by Shannon Smith, but she is fouled, and she will go to the line shooting a pair.
I tell you what, though, Renee Ressler's got to feel good about this game. The contribution she's made to this game and this team. She's done a great job, I think, coming off the bench and providing a spark on the inside against a really physical Northern Kentucky ball club.
That last foul was on Renee Ressler, and that is her 5th. She fouls out, but she finishes tonight with 6 points, 1 field goal, and a perfect 4 of 4 from the foul line. And coming back into the lineup to replace her is Jenny Newhart.
Quality effort by Ressler tonight.
Yeah, and especially in the second half. You know, the team was only up by 2 at the half, and whatever Coach Pam Bowden said was a magic potion, and it worked.
That's right. Coach Bowden has done a great job this year and brought in new assistant Tom Sutherland. They've just done a real good job. Looks like they got good team chemistry this year, and they're doing well. They're going to be 9-0, it looks like.
Shannon Smith makes 1 out of 2 at the line, 78-61. Pass down for Henry. Off the glass and in.
Goodbye.
Jessica Henry now has 4 points, and it's 80-61.
I tell you what, this has been a good weekend for IPFW men's and women's basketball. The women are going to be 2-0 this weekend, 2 big wins, and the men had an impressive win last night over Belleville. So we feel good about this weekend.
Yep. Took 3 shots for Shannon Smith to get 1 in the basket, but she did. 32 seconds to go, 80-63. Henry again drives the lane, shot blocked by Shannon Roddy. Here's Morningstar, bounce pass, 3-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It'll be Northern Kentucky ball. That was Penn Horwood that took that 3-point attempt.
20 seconds to go.
17-point lead for the Dons.
They've really done a good job. They pulled away the second half. It's going to be an impressive victory for the Dons.
Here's Morningstar. She tries a 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound Wrecker out of bounds. Ball goes back to Northern Kentucky. 13 seconds on the clock.
Tell you what, it's always nice to start off that conference too, Mike, with 3 home games. You know, they got these 2 this weekend, and then St. Joe's again next week before they go on the road.
Another 3-point attempt by Roddy, no good. Rebound Mazzello, whistle.
Double dribble.
Violation by IPFW, too little, too late. 7 ticks of the clock left.
Tara Mazzello enjoys dribbling the ball up the court for the big person that she is. She double dribble that time.
Katie Kelsey made the last shot of the contest. Shot blocked by Mazzello, and that basically set the tone and described how the second half went for Northern Kentucky, as their shot is blocked. And the game comes to an end with our final score, IPFW 80, Northern Kentucky 63. Players congratulating each other on the floor. Russ, I'll give you a moment to collect your thoughts. We'll try to add up these totals real quickly and say thanks to the people we need to thank too. Thoughts and comments on this contest tonight?
Well, I think that it's looking at IPFW's performance tonight, you really got to be encouraged for a few things. Well, you look at this game, and Northern Kentucky did just what the coaching staff here at IPFW figured they would. They came out, played very physical, tried to force the ball inside, slow down the tempo, and they were successful in doing that. Only down 2 points at halftime and played well the first 10 minutes of the first half. But IPFW just maintained their composure and ended up pulling away and rode the scoring of Lindy Jones and a fine performance off the bench from the Dons. And that's really encouraging. You get a good performance off the bench and the composure of a championship team, and all those add up to a successful season if that's continued for the Dons.
Our thanks to